and we'll finish them up.
I promise I won't keep y'all long. I know you want to get to the cutting board part of this. But I wanted to talk to y'all a little bit about food safety and a little bit about your cutting boards that you're going to be making and a little bit about cutting boards in general. But food safety. Has anybody in here ever had a 24-hour bug? Anybody in here ever had nausea, vomiting? You know, a lot of times we think it's a virus that we've caught, but a lot of times it isn't. A lot of times it's caused from food poisoning. So we need to be really careful when we're out among the crowds. We have a lot of germs out there, and really a lot of babies and the elderly are real susceptible to food poisoning. So we want to make sure that, you know, we're safe in our own kitchens. Summertime's a really good time for people to grill out. A lot of people, you know, they don't know that you're supposed to put that food up as soon as you're finished eating. You know, within, you know, we have a 2-hour rule that it needs to not set out for, you know, for more than 2 hours. But there is a thing called cross-contamination. And who in here besides Vernell can tell me what cross-contamination is?
That's like if you cut a chicken on a cutting board and then take the chicken off and then cut something else on the same
Exactly.
cutting board, you transferred any germs from that chicken to whatever you cut on that cutting.
That's definitely, that's correct. Who can tell me in here what is the most contaminated thing in our kitchens? Nope. Nope.
The dish rag.
No.
The faucet.
No. Say Vernell?
Your hands.
I would say
Your hands.
Oh.
Correct. Right, it's your hands. So you all, I don't know if you all know this or not, but when you wash your hands, you all heard that the little kids in school, you know, they sing the happy birthday song or the ABC song. We're supposed to wash our hands for 20 seconds. You all, only a third of Americans wash their hands for 30 seconds, and only a third of us actually use soap when we do wash our hands. You all will probably think more about that now when you're out in public and you go into a public restroom and you see somebody use the restroom and walk out without washing their hands. That just, you know, that's just, it's just so gross to me. But we can make our own hand sanitizers and we can make our own kitchen sanitizers. Well, not hand sanitizers, but kitchen sanitizers. There's no need for us to go out and buy those expensive cleaners with Clorox in them or bleach in them at Walmart. We can make our own simply by using 2 capfuls of bleach in a gallon of water. Put it in a spray bottle and spray down your kitchen counter. Spray down your wash rag. If you're washing our, you know, the second most contaminated thing in our kitchen, somebody mentioned, I think Dawn mentioned that, is the sponge or the towel that you use in your kitchen. You know, we wipe the counter. We wipe, you know, our hands on it. Some people even wipe things up off the floor. But this, you know, we wipe our dishes with it. This is the second most contaminated thing. So we need to make sure that when we're washing these in the washing machine that we're putting bleach in that water as well. And I use a dish towel one day in my kitchen. My dish towel and I use 2, one that's wet, one that's dry. They both go into the laundry basket every single day because they do really harbor a lot of contaminants. Cutting boards, there's basically 2 kinds. There's a wooden kind, and then we have the plastic kinds. Most of the cutting boards that we see, there's some others made out, some out there that may be made of ceramic and some things like that. But there's 2 different kinds. Is one more safe to use than the other? You're right. There was a lot of controversy a few years ago, and they did a lot of studies about whether or not the wooden cutting board is safer than the plastic cutting board. They're really not. Actually, the bacteria on a cutting board comes from where we use our knives on it. Can you all see the grooves and the scratches on here? Bacteria would get down in those grooves and grow. Same way with your wooden cutting board. Even though a wooden cutting board can kind of heal themselves, wood has properties in them that kind of takes care of that bacteria after a couple of days. But we do need to keep in mind that we do need to wash these and bleach these as well. And these things do wear out. This one's about had it. I need to probably throw this one out and not use it anymore, but I do use it for demonstration purposes. But another rule of thumb is to use one cutting board for meat. Just have one cutting board just for meat, and use your other one, another one for vegetables, fruit, whatever, so that we don't cross-contaminate like that. Wooden cutting boards, we don't suggest that you put them in the dishwasher. We do suggest, though, that you do bleach them, wipe them down, but do not, submerge them in water for long periods of time because it will break down the glue that's in there. So we want to make sure that we're not doing that. We want to make sure that we're putting new oil on them occasionally to keep them good and safe. And usually a food grade mineral oil, which is what you're gonna put on yours tonight, is what we recommend. Some people use beeswax or some other kind of oils out there, coconut oil, some things like that, but really the food grade mineral oil is really the best they can use. And if you get stains on your cutting board, a good thing to clean them with is lemon and salt. You can just put the lemon, a little bit of salt on there and rub it with a lemon, and that'll keep your cutting board nice and clean. Does anybody have any questions? I've got some handouts out here for you all, if you all are interested in those. I'll leave them here for you. They're on food safety, keeping food safe to eat. It talks about the danger zone, keeping cold foods cold, hot foods hot, how to be safe at home, how to be safe in the kitchen, and what to do when we're at the grocery store. Summer months, a lot of times I take a cooler with me to the grocery store so that I can put my food in there, especially, when we're buying things in Lexington and places, hazard places like that, and transporting it back, we need to make sure that we take a cooler. I also have a little refrigerator magnet up here for you all if you want to take one of those. It's called How Long Will It Keep? Talks about ground beef, meat leftovers, processed meats, poultry, soup and stewed, and eggs, and how long they'll keep. So I've got those up here for you too, and I'll turn you back over to Bobby. I know you all are excited to get in there and make those cutting boards, and you all are in for a real treat tonight. I think you'll really enjoy making your cutting. Nobody has any questions? Turn it back over to Bobby.